the Honorable Cecilia Abena Dapaah, a friend of mine who is a security expert called me and asked me how I thought about it. Because I raised a question and said that Madam Cecilia Abena Dapaah engaged the services of a maid servant or a housemaid who had not gone through security vetting, or if you like, sweeping, as they call it. And this person, I'm scared as I speak, may have access to key information that is not supposed to be in the public domain. If I tell you some of the documents and things that I received that I think, no, this one doesn't have to go into the public domain, you'll be shocked. So this is supposed to be the girlfriend of somebody who worked with them, who was in JHS or JSS, according to Mr. Paula Domotry, and was brought in because she was pregnant to come and work 3 times a week to be paid something and all of that. And I asked that question, what kind of security vetting was done? And how many ministers have such a situation where they just employ people, especially cabinet ministers, and no security sweeping is done of them? What if somebody had planned with them to come into your corners so that whatever information that you have could be out there, not just in Ghana, but could be exposed to other countries? I asked that question yesterday. I asked the question as to how, if you are in JHS, then you are a minor. And if you're a minor, the minister who also acted as a gender minister at some point knew that this was a minor. I say if, knew that she was a minor and yet went ahead to engage and didn't, alert the authorities that a minor had been impregnated and all of that, because we've been trying to spend money in this country to fight teenage pregnancy. I'm just asking the questions. And then I also asked the question of morality. That nobody has said that anybody has stolen anything. But the question of morality, should you have kept that much money at home? And Elvis Daku of the Finder newspaper is asking the questions, is it before or after balance? She was asking a certain question on Facebook the other time. I've forgotten the exact question. But for me, the bigger picture is that a lot of conjecture and narrative is going on because Madam Cecilia Abena Dapaah herself has not spoken. The New Patriotic Party that she belongs to, which forms the government, has not given us an official position. The government itself has not given us an official position on the $1 million saga, 300,000 euros. And all the others. So the question is, what is the position of the NPP, which said, I shall protect the public purse? What is the position of the government itself? And the bigger question, if I were a PR person, I would have asked Madam Cecilia Abena Dapaah to at least make a simple public statement, because the first time she spoke through some people through a press release, I should say, the letterhead was wrong. There were inconsistencies in it, and she was demanding that there were inconsistencies in whatever has been put there. Well, the charge sheet has been amended. But the conversation is that, should Madam Cecilia Abena Dapaah herself not be speaking to clear her name at least? Because the lawyer told me that there's the rule that you are innocent until proven guilty. Agreed. But the lawyer also said that, look, there's also the reverse burden of proof. And if everybody is saying it, everybody is saying you're innocent until proving, but if everybody is saying that everybody and is pointing at a certain direction, now the proof lies on you to come and clear your name. I've seen Mr. Domotry do a very brilliant job for Madam Cecilia Abena Dapaah, and I yesterday asked the question as to whether he has been assigned to do it, whether he elected to do it, or whether he's doing it because he's a member of the government and he has told her that he's sympathetic towards the party. I asked that question. But it is Madam Cecilia Dapaah's job to speak up and defend her money, if it is so indeed. Now, on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper, the leader of government business and the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and the long-standing MP for the good people of Swami in the Ashanti region, who at some point 2 years or so ago were demanding for their roads, and they had to pelt the MP with pure water. He is here on the front page. It says the Bank of Ghana is not mandated to report to Parliament. Majority Leader. Bank of Ghana not mandated to report to Parliament. Majority Leader. This is trite knowledge. We all know it, sir. Leader, we know this. What people like Nana Kobina Nketia or Mahine of Esikado traditional area, what nobodies like Johnny Hughes and many others are asking is that parliamentary probe, that parliamentary oversight, because as it stands, the Bank of Ghana, if you look at the narrative that's ongoing, it looks as if the Bank of Ghana has had its hands dirtied. So the Bank of Ghana cannot be the very people who have given us such a report, a loss of gone past 60.8 billion, and they're the very persons telling us how they can do that. So we don't want another kind of situation where, oh, I took you into the mess, but I can take you out of the mess. The probe is what we are looking for, and such language, such dismissive language is not what we need at this time. The young people of this country, they used to complain. They used to mass up and do demonstrations, fix the country, do this, do that. Say, oh, get out, go and fix yourself. We are fixing it. Now, most of them are not speaking as much as they're doing publicly. They used to do publicly. And that's a dangerous one. Because if you are in a relationship with somebody and you take action A and the person gives you reaction B, and you continue to take action A and the person doesn't give you reaction B, you should be worried. Alright? If the person, you do action A and the person does action B, every time you misbehave, he complains, or she complains, you misbehave, he complains, goes to this person, that person, say, and you keep doing and do even worse. You do A, B, B, O, A, Agbo, and they don't complain, you should be worried. That is where see something, say something comes into the picture. So yes, we know that the Bank of Ghana is independent, the Bank of Ghana is all of it, but we have also seen how the Bank of Ghana has printed money to support the government. We have seen the ballooned expenditure, even when we were told that we didn't have money. So there ought to be a bipartisan probe as soon as possible. That's what Nana called for. And Nana said that we should not be as dogs whose mouths have been clamped and we cannot speak up. Too many things are happening, and every week there is something that is happening. Jato and the lands. It happened. There's now a new report. It lists the list of corrupt institutions in the country. There is passport office issue. There is contract issues, Auditor General's report. Just a bazaar. And you want the young people to be excited? Now, yesterday, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Shirley Ayakobotri, she is also a former member of Parliament. She went to the passport office and she wasn't happy. Listen to her.
This cannot continue. I always say that there's too much happening that really shouldn't be happening within the passport acquisition system. If we talk about Goro people, these Goro people are outsiders. They do not work on their own, because if the Goro person collects somebody's money, they need to work with somebody from inside to change the dates. They work with people from inside. I'm not saying all of you, but there are some of you who are engaged in it. And this should stop. The blame is always on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Meanwhile, it's the agencies, and I'm sure even some of our staff are involved. Public servants who are supposed to be giving public service to Ghanaians. The Vice President has led the digitalization effort. with my support and all of my officers to put in place an online system. Now the online system is being manipulated so that people can make money off it. There's an investigation going on and some names have been mentioned. And there are people from outside, a cartel who are working with people from inside. Anybody who has been here for more than a year, from Monday, please do not come back because you've been changed.
Johnny's Bite.
So that was Madam Shirley Ayoko Botwe, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Madam Shirley Ayoko Botwe, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. She has been a Minister for Foreign Affairs over the last 7 years, since 2001. Prior to becoming the substantive Minister for Foreign Affairs, she had been a Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo when they served under Akufo 1 and 2.
Johnny's Bite.
So, Madam comes to the table with a lot of experience. First as Deputy Minister at that same ministry, and now as substantive Minister at that same ministry.
Johnny's Bite.
Now, Madam raises a question that we all know about, and I have stood on Johnny's Bite and spoken about this passport issue on and on and on. And that's why I'm saying, if government will spend a little time and avoid being dismissive and rubbishing what I say, and they listen a little bit, we will not be here.
Johnny's Bite.
I've spoken about this passport matter. I have said it. I said it a long time ago. Nobody listened. There's a difference between hearing you and listening to you. They are hearing, but they are not listening.
Johnny's Bite.
I told you about it. The length of time that people spend when they apply for passports and how they do not get the passports and how things are running. I mentioned it here on this platform.
Johnny's Bite.
I'm sure it was Kasadodo, Aviation, JJ Jeng, on the ball for lawyer. Today, Madam is complaining about the same things. And Madam is justified to be angry because it doesn't look good on us. That's the point. So I agree with her. She has to be angry. But now who caused them? Now who caused that? And you see, Madam is busy sacking people on live television before the press and telling people that if you have been here for more than a year, go away. Madam, I can tell you on authority, per my information that I have, there have been people from your office, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, people from immigration, people from this, people from national security, all of them, who have been there for more than 5 years.
Johnny's Bite.
There have been people in the printing room who have been there for more than 1 year. If you are sacking the 1 year people, sack all of them. If you are reassigning them to other places, please do. Let it be holistic. But Madam is complaining about the system. Madam is complaining and saying that the computerized system has been manipulated and that people have gone behind it and people are doing things. Let me give Madam a reminder. In 2021, she appeared before Parliament of the Republic of Ghana for her vetting. At that particular vetting, she feigned ignorance about the $150 testing regime at the airport. She was not the only one. Madam said she had not seen the contract. She was not consulted. Godfrey Diabu, Attorney General, said he had not seen the contract. He was not consulted. Kweku Agyeman, Health Minister, said I have not seen the contract. I was not consulted. And then there was also the Defense Minister said I also have not seen the contract. I was not consulted. So which ghost put the contract together and decided to take it to Asamando? Give Madam a reminder for me, please.
Now, what would you say are your two key achievements and your two major challenges in the past 4 years.
Johnny's Bite. Johnny's Bite. Johnny's
Thank you very much,
Rise.
Honorable Chair. Two major achievements. I can think of many,
Johnny's Bite.
but to do with passports,
Johnny's Bite.
we've been able, since
Johnny's
I was
Bite.
minister, or since I became minister, or during my tenure as minister, we've been able to, first of all, increase the number of passport application centers that I came to meet, which means that we are bringing passport acquisition close to the applicants.
Johnny's Bite.
We have also,
Johnny's
in collaboration with a private sector operator, set up three.
Chairman, sorry, we are following you through. You've increased it from what number to what number? From
We
which
have-
capital in which region in Ghana for our record?
Yes, leader.
Johnny's
We have set up a passport application center in Tema, in Koforidua, in Cape Coast, and in Wa. And we are almost close to completing preparations for the Upper East. We are also, sorry? Yes, we are also going to ensure, if I'm giving the nod, that the 6 new regions have their passport application centers. What we've also done, Honorable Chair, is to make passport application fully online. So far, it is working very well.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink